Many people come to the auto show to get a close-up look at the cars, but check this out. In this exhibit, you can actually get a feel what it's like to ride in one of the cars. This sidewalk is just one of the many improvements that this area has seen in preparation for the Olympic Games. But what do the locals think about all of these changes? I'll have the full story coming up. Police say that bike thefts have increased significantly in 2014, and polls like these are the reason why. The Children's Hospital of Philadelphia has been designated as one of the several pediatric care centers in the United States prepared to care for an Ebola patient should there be a child diagnosed. Philadelphia Federation of Teachers President Jerry Jordan issued a statement calling the act cowardly and disrespectful. All three suspects in this case have turned themselves in to local authorities. Each are being charged with 2 counts of simple and aggravated assault, as well as reckless endangerment. Reporting from police headquarters, I'm Isabel Garcia for CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
To the officers and crew of the USS Somerset, man this ship and bring her to life.
She's the newest ship to join the U.S. Navy, and her name, the USS Somerset. This vessel is a tribute to the local victims of the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001.
Today, in the naming of this ship and the ceremonies of this day, we commemorate the day that America began to fight back.
Inside, there are constant reminders of that day, from the names inscribed on the ship to banners, memorials, and even Heroes Hall, ship's mess, all honoring the 40 passengers and crew.
This really speaks to the legacy of the crew and passengers on United Flight 93 and their courage, and so this is a wonderful ongoing legacy, and this ship is a part of it.
And for family and friends like Marilyn Johnson, today was a special day to remember loved ones like her brother, Leroy Homer, the co-pilot of United Flight 93.
It's very moving because we've come the full journey of seeing where the plane crashed. We've seen the memorial built, and now to see this tribute, it is really very moving, and we're just very proud.
The USS Somerset is a San Antonio-class amphibious transport dock capable of moving equipment and personnel into harm's way. There's even a flight deck allowing Marines to come in and assist the Navy.
It is a tremendous warfighting ship, but it's also capable of providing great humanitarian relief. And of course, the United States Navy does a great deal of that. It's part of Pennsylvania's history, and so it's very meaningful to me that the ship would be commissioned here.
The USS Somerset is the 3rd ship of the Navy's fleet to be named in honor of 9/11 victims and first responders. After having spent 2 weeks here in Philadelphia, she'll be on her way to San Diego, California, where she'll be stationed. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Isabel Garcia. It was a ceremony fit for a hero. Philadelphia native Ron Arpino was awarded the Purple Heart Monday for his courage in the Korean conflict nearly 60 years ago.
On behalf of a grateful nation, accept this medal in recognition of your sacrifice and your service, sir.
I feel pretty good. I tell you, I'd like to stick my chest out all over the place today.
Sergeant Arpino had originally declined the honor to protect his family, specifically his mother, from fearing the worst.
Back then, in 1953, Purple Heart notification often would come to the family by telegram, and it usually meant the family member, their soldier, their loved one, was either dead or very seriously injured.
The Purple Heart signifies one thing: sacrifice.
And Arpino nearly sacrificed everything for his brother in arms, as he threw himself into harm's way to save one of his own.
Tech Sergeant Arpino, with little regard for his personal safety, exposed himself to hostile fire to rescue one of his wounded men.
Many people worked quickly to organize Monday's ceremony, as the 82-year-old's health is in rapid decline.
Here we are, at what is undeniably the end of Dad's life, and we're here celebrating.
Because of his terminal cancer diagnosis, the Purple Heart he's receiving today is a replica. The real one will be awarded to his family in the near future.
It was a very special day, and I think a very special man to begin with. He's already a hero, but he's definitely a hero today.
In Meadowbrook, Isabel Garcia for CBS 3 Eyewitness News. Meet Harry Jackson, a Blue Badge tour guide who was once voted best in London. Harry has been giving tours for over 30 years, his most recent covering Olympic Park. The knowledge Harry shares with the group is not only general information about the East London area, he also provides historical background as to how and why the Olympic venue locations were determined.
This is the part of London that took the brunt of the bombing during the Second World War. I mean, the Olympic Games is really the beginning of a 20-year project to do with this area. It's a very run-down area. The Olympic Park itself was just wasteland.
London can be simply divided into two areas: East End, originally where factories and docks were set up, and West End, which is rich in royal history. When London first won the bid to host the 30th Olympiad back in 2005, preparations around the city began within days.
The first thing that had to be done was really clearing the site. There was still apparently Second World War bomb damage that never been moved away from this area. There were 200 odd factory units had to go, just be demolished. The soil was so polluted, they took it away to a depth of nearly 20 feet and literally washed it in giant washing machines. And that's before they could even start building.
Locals agree the area needed renovation.
Like Waltham Forest, which is the borough that we're in at the moment, is one of the poorest in London. And East London generally is a deprived area relative to the rest of London and England.
Though some people from the area appreciate the changes, others have concerns for the future.
I think it's amazing. This is great for the local community. It's a lot of investment put in. It's just great for everyone.
What about you?
Yeah, same really. There's been a lot of investment. It's really good for local business and it's good to welcome the world really.
Looking better. This is new. It's only the legacy, but after that, come again to the crisis.
Looking ahead, people hope the Olympic facilities will be put to good use.
We don't want to be like, say, Barcelona, where they locked up the stadium at the end. Nobody's been there since. Beijing's only used their stadium a few times since the Olympic Games 4 years ago. Hopefully we'll be on this one straight away. That's what everybody wants.
Now, between the Olympics and Paralympic Games, there are a total of 34 venues, 9 of which are scheduled to be repurposed for community use. Some of the other components are actually going to be used in Rio for the next Summer Games. Back to you in the studio.